All right. Welcome to Hescalade 85 YouTube channel. We are going live right now for the wild card weekend here. It's finally the playoffs. Everybody is in. Who's in? Everybody's out. Who's out? Go Bengals. Anyway, it's Friday at about 2 o'clock. Trying to get these in because we got Saturday games. So no whiskey today. Real quick, finished the year 141, 116, and 2. We went 8-8 last week, so we didn't add to the total. We finished the year up $570. And the Hescalade pick of the week, we were 11-8. Now, as always, I like to do the wild card, or I like to do the playoffs as well. But we don't really. I mean, I guess we can add this to the yearly total if we want, but I feel like it's almost starting from scratch. It's playoffs. But we're not going to not pick the playoffs. So, anyway, let's get into it. $20 a game, $50 for the pick of the week. There are only 6 games. They're on 3 different days because the NFL wants to dominate your weekend and your life. All right. First game, kicking off the playoffs. We got the 12-5 Rams, the 5 seed, heading to Carolina to play the 8-9 Panthers, the 4 seed. It's a 4:30 game tomorrow, if I didn't say that. Panthers are home dogs plus 10.5. 45.5 is the over-under. Panthers beat them 2 weeks ago. They didn't have Devontae Adams then. They definitely have him this weekend. I think the Panthers are going to lose this game for sure, but I'm not willing to. I don't know. 31-16 is the score that keeps coming in my head, and that would be the Rams to cover. But I don't know. You know what? Yeah, let's take the Rams. I just talked myself into it. I was going to take the Panthers. I'm taking the Rams. Panthers get their ass kicked. All right. 8 o'clock tomorrow night. We got the 9-7-1 Packers, the 7 seed, going to Chicago to play the 11-6 Bears, the 2 seed. Bears are home dogs. Plus 1.5, 44.5 the over-under. I think that's crazy. Well, not crazy, but kind of crazy. Give me the Bears on that one. I think they run the ball better. I think we see, I don't know. I'm not a full believer in Jordan Love yet, and he's been hurt. I don't like the rust factor. There's so many things I don't like. Plus, I don't know. Again, I like the Bears run the ball. And they're at home. So, the weather's probably going to be shit. I think everything favors Bears in this. Plus 1.5, give us the Bears. All right, Sunday, 1 p.m. We got the 12-5 Bears. Sorry, I bumped the table, and I'm wiggly today. I'm sorry, the 12-5 Bills, the 6 seed, heading down to Jacksonville. Duval to play the Jaguars. They were 13-4. They are the 3 seed. They're home dogs as well, plus 1.5. 51.5 is the over-under. I think this is one of those cases where you got the spread is following the money, as it usually does. I think the money's on the Bills because of Josh Allen. I think the better team is the Jags. Give me the Jags. I think this is one of those things where, I mean, don't get me wrong, I could see Josh Allen pulling his Josh Allen stuff. And if he does, I might think about some things for the Super Bowl. But I like Jacksonville. I think their defense is good. They've created a ton of turnovers. They get pressure. Trevor Lawrence looks like he's back at Clemson. Liam Cohen has really unlocked him a little bit. And he's running a little bit. Like, I always thought that was crazy because he's big, athletic, and he just stands in the pocket all the time. Like, everybody goes mobile with these quarterbacks. Let them run a little bit. Test the defense. Get you some first downs. And how many rushing touchdowns my man got this year? I guarantee all those weren't designed power quarterback up the middle, you know? Come on, man. Let my man let the wheels get out. So, anyway, give me the Jags. Josh Allen versus Josh Allen 2.0. Anywho, 4:30 Sunday, we got the 12-5 Niners, the 6th seed, heading to Philly to play the 11-6 defending Super Bowl champion Eagles, the 3 seed. Eagles are favored by 5.5, 44.5 is the over-under. Again, I think the Eagles win. 5.5 is not that big. I do like the Niners, but they played like ass in their last game, and I really didn't like that. That was against Seattle, who has a tough defense. And they were at home on that one. They're going on the road to Philly. The weather's probably gonna be tough. Philly's defense, I do like. I like Philly's ability to grind it out. Grind it out tells me a 3-point win, though. I'm gonna take the Eagles. I'm gonna take the Eagles to cover 5.5. And I mean, it's. I feel the spread's on point on that one. I'll just say that. 8 o'clock Sunday night game. Look forward to watching this one a little bit. 11-6 Chargers, the 7th seed, head to New England to play the 4-13 Pats, the 2 seed. Pats are favored by 3.5. 45.5 is the over under. I bet it's going to be cold Sunday night in New England. But it's going to be very cold. And the Chargers line's been banged up. The defense a little dinged. I think the Pats get this one, and I'm making it the Hescalade get paid pick of the week. Pats covering 3.5 is your guarantee for the weekend. Finally, Monday night, because again, the NFL's stretching it out. We got the 12-5 Texans, the 5 seed, heading to Pittsburgh to play the 10-7 Steelers, the 4 seed. Steelers are home dogs, plus 3.5, 38.5 is the over-under. This game will be a defensive battle for sure. I think it's going to be a grinded out game. And I always pick against the Steelers. And I want to here because I like the Texans defense. I don't want the Texans out of the playoffs. I think it'd be interesting to see them go to Denver and make it a if the Bills win, they go to Denver. But if they went to Denver, I would love to see a 11-6 game or something ridiculous like that. It'd be so boring, dude. So much defense. But anyway, all that to say, the Steelers in a grind out game. I feel like there's some relief that they made the playoffs. Tomlin, they're getting DK back. TJ Watt played last week, kind of sparingly, so he's a little rested. He's also got knocked some rust off last week, and he's TJ freaking Watt. Give me the Steelers. I know almost no one is saying that. We are. You know why? Because we get the right picks. Anyway, so that's a lot of home teams. Wow. It is wild card weekend, though. I feel like the games get better next week. And I feel like this kind of, I don't know. I feel like the teams that get in, take a breath, and then they get their ass kicked by one of the good teams that's still left. Again, I think that'll be all good games. So there's a reason you play for home field. All right, recap. Rams tomorrow, covering 10.5 in Carolina. Get that butt whooped. Then the Bears. We do got some dogs though. We got 3 dogs, so I don't care about that. All right, Bears plus 1.5 against the Packers. We got the Jags plus 1.5 against the Bills. We got the Eagles covering 5.5 against the Niners. We got the Pats and the Hescalade get paid pick of the week, covering 3.5 on the Chargers because they're banged up. And then we got the crazy pick that nobody's going to give you but me, probably. The Steelers plus 3.5 against the Texans. I think they win. If you want to get crazy, go money line. But 3.5, Steelers, Rodgers, DK Metcalf's back. Gainwell's playing like he's a good player. Plus, I like Warren, dude. He's a little tank. They were tight ends. Aaron Rodgers completed 9 different receivers last game. The Steelers are going to win, man. I know we want the Texans. We all want the Texans. Steelers going to win. All right. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the games. Can't wait for next week when they get better. Y'all have a blessed day. I'm out.